Speaking on more drama that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Kind of unexpected. I don't know who's reaching for relevancy, but Nicki Minaj went on one of the craziest Twitter rampages I've seen in a while.
Yeah,
this past week.
She's on one. She's been known to like have these crazy Twitter crash outs, but this one's especially bad.
I want to just start off by saying I think we all have respect for Nicki. I think we know what she's done musically, culturally, obviously. I think that she won't let any of us forget it or SZA forget it, but she's an icon, you know?
Yeah.
And she deserves to be able to demand respect and talk a certain type of way. But I don't like when things get nasty. So when she was talking about SZA this week, out of nowhere, it seems like she was just, well, she responded to a SZA tweet.
Yeah.
SZA tweeted about something about Mercury's in retrograde, don't take the bait.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, because I think she thought that was a response to things Nicki had been tweeting.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't sure because that was the genesis of all the tweets that I saw.
Yeah.
So I thought, and what I've kind of heard around is like, I guess someone who signed a Punch put out a song called Broken Barbies.
Who is it? It was Lyric, right?
It was Lyric. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was Lyric.
I thought it was.
Put a name on it. I think it probably was.
Yeah.
I'm like, I won't say who it was, but I think it might have been Lyric.
Yeah.
But she put out a song called Broken Barbies. Nothing about Nicki. Nothing dissing Nicki. Nothing talking about Nicki Minaj, but just the title is Broken Barbies.
Mm.
I think Nicki probably caught wind of that and probably felt away because I guess there's been some pre-existing beef between her and Punch, like her and the TDE camp.
Well, I mean, there's the Doechii thing too, where like I feel like Nicki always has been felt slighted for not having the Grammy. And I think after Doechii won the Grammy, there were words.
Really? I didn't hear that.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I think Nosebleeds was probably the closest Doechii has ever been to like sounding like Nicki. And Nicki had never won the Grammy, never been honored on that platform. I don't know if Nicki directly came out and said something, but I definitely saw a lot of conversation about it. And I kind of assumed that Nicki was anti-TDE, also because of the Drake connection.
Yeah, I feel like the whole Young Money camp and TDE has just not really been getting along.
Yeah, but sorry, continue.
Yeah, so that happens with Lyric and Nicki catches wind of it and it seems like she starts to throw some little things out there. And I think she was especially going at Punch and Rock Nation this week were the two people that like she's like, yo, I'm gonna go at you. And then, you know what I'm saying? Well,
Rock Nation been catching a lot of Twitter hate lately.
Yo, bro, the conversation about Rock Nation on Twitter is hilarious.
I think when niggas just don't know who to blame, it's like, oh, Rock Nation.
Rock Nation.
Bro, I've just seen the memes like, Rock Nation made me do this, bro. Rock Nation made me cheat on my baby mama, bro.
No, right?
Like, all that shit. And then SZA tweets the Mercury in retrograde thing.
Rock Nation made me cheat on my baby mama.
You haven't seen that?
What?
You haven't seen that? People are just like,
sorry, that took a second.
People are blaming Rock Nation for everything that's going wrong in their life.
It's like a thanks Obama tweet.
Yes,
I gotta join that.
It's really, really funny. But yeah, SZA then tweets, Mercury's in retrograde, sweetie, whatever, don't take the bait. Again, not thinking in my head that any of this is towards Nicki Minaj. And that's the tweet that Nicki then quote tweets and starts going ham on SZA.
Yeah.
Who the fuck do you think you are? Da da da. I'm way bigger than you. You've always like, it seems like from Nicki's standpoint, there's always been beef there.
Yeah.
And always been this kind of envy towards her. And you know, SZA's not really the type to always go at people.
Yeah.
Like I feel like she does try to do the earthy, calm, I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. SZA clearly had time that day and shot back. A little bit.
Well, I mean, it was in the most like SZA way. Like,
yes.
I don't think it was ever, and nothing she said was like putting her down. It was more so like, I'm gonna do me over here. What are you talking about? What tweet are you talking about?
I think that girls are really smart and are really good at being petty. And so right after that shit happens and she says her one little response to Nicki, I forget what it was, you just notice SZA started retweeting and quote tweeting all of her accolades.
Oh, yeah, well, and also TDE PR, shout out you, because they were clearly holding RIA certifications.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, I think a good publicist, when you get certifications that you can hold on to, you hold them until you need them, right? And like, it's like a development card in Catan, right? Like, you're not going to use that just to use it. So then that happened, and I saw immediately like 3 things got announced that they were certified platinum or gold. Yeah. And I was like, yo, that's a great move.
I don't think that's a great move.
Why?
You don't talk accolades and numbers with Nicki.
Oh, but I don't think this was like, I don't think this looks like it was directly at Nicki.
It does.
It was just like, oh.
I just got
good
beef
timing.
with somebody.
Good timing.
Nah, that looks like a response. To me, that's how I read it, at least. Because it's like, yo, you was just in beef with someone who's saying that you a small artist, that nobody's heard your music, that you're out of key, that you're not who you are.
Yeah.
And you know that you're that. You know that you're dope, obviously. So I'm finna pop my shit.
Well, because that was the crux of her tweet, right? She was like, I just got back from like one of the biggest tours ever, seeing people every day in real life. #1 song, Super Bowl stage. I'm doing great. Touch grass, get new perspective. Life is great. Don't let the internet like fuck you up. And now she's gonna back it up with, oh, also here's some shit that went platinum in the last year. Yeah, it's like I don't think you need to.
And then Nicki was like, yo, I could talk accolades too. We could talk numbers. We could go. It's not because I think that SZA is on her way to being one of the biggest artists of all time. But she's not on Nicki's level as an icon yet.
No, but SZA is not shooting. Nothing SZA says is shooting. SZA is affirming herself and saying, I'm not going to let this hate get to me, while Nicki is spewing hate about the way she looks, the way she acts.
Nicki was being hateful for sure.
Yeah, and SZA is not reciprocating the hate. She's just affirming herself. Here's some numbers. And so that's why I don't think...
She shot back in a SZA way.
I don't think it was a shoot. I don't think it was a shot.
But you don't think that was a response to Nicki?
I don't know. I don't think it has to be.
Also, was it a response to Nicki? Yes or no?
But SZA's never...
Don't run from it. Don't run from it.
But it's not beef.
But SZA's never going to come out and say she's a bigger artist than Nicki Minaj. That wasn't the point of the argument. I think the point was more just like Nicki felt a way about SZA in the past and then used this opportunity to capitalize on that. And what Spencer's saying is like, all right, if Nicki's going to shoot and be like, I'm a bigger artist than you, then I feel like it doesn't matter for a PR, for a publicist to be like, all right, cool. Well, here's some more accolades, by the way.
I don't think it matters.
By the way, even though Nicki Minaj is a bigger artist than SZA overall, SZA is definitely on her way. And everything that Spencer said about a stadium tour, a #1 single, all this shit that's happened for her.
She's more relevant
She
today.
went diamond twice.
She's more relevant in 2025.
You know what I'm saying? She's more relevant in the current conversation than Nicki Minaj.
I have no issue with that. But we're not going to act like all of this was just stuff happening to SZA and SZA didn't shoot back.
I don't think she shot back.
It's a shot. It's a strategic shot.
It's definitely a strategic shot.
Why wouldn't she?
Why wouldn't she? I'm on the same page as you.
You have the opportunity to go at the biggest artist in the world. Why not?
I'm on the same page.
So
I think
Miles,
SZA comes out looking great in this situation.
If some podcaster shoots at us, says we don't get no interviews, we don't do none of that, we're bad podcasters. Next day, we happen to have a fire guest that we've been sitting on. Boom, we drop the guest episode. It's like our biggest guest. Are we shooting back at them by winning? No.
But
that's
if someone says all that, and then the next day we go and post, just hit 50, we start posting our accolades, start posting shit that we've done, then that's a response. Episode is an episode. That episode could have been dropping regardless.
But it's not like she was digging up old accolades.
I know.
Because to the public, these certifications were new.
Like you said, strategically holding on to certifications is smart.
Yeah.
And they're like development cards that you play when you needed them.
Yeah.
Now was the smart time to play them. I'm pro this.
Yeah.
I think SZA looks great in this situation. I think Nicki looks hateful. I think Nicki looks angry. And I think that Nicki misinterpreted this from the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm so on the page of SZA, but I'm just like, I don't think we need to act like SZA can't hold her own in this. SZA could go toe-to-toe with Nicki Minaj and talk shit with her.
Yeah.
Even if Nicki's a bigger icon, you know what I mean? Like you said, she's way more relevant in 2025. SZA got the rock right now, and SZA's on her way to being one of this, so she can get that shit off. Don't worry about it. Can
we get to the fun part?
What was the fun part?
Where I think Nicki picked a more entertaining adversary.
Who?
MacWop, bro. The MacWop Nicki beef is so funny. Shout out MacWop, friend of the show, on the show earlier this year. One of the funniest people, if not the funniest person in that camp. Just like not the one from TDE that I think you want to go back and forth with on some online jokey shit.
I mean, he just doesn't care.
Exactly.
He doesn't give a fuck,
exactly.
You know?
And he's funny as hell.
That's why I'm like, I just don't. I think that this says more about like what mental state is Nicki Minaj in right now. Why is she going back and forth with these people?
Yeah.
What is the point of any of this? You know, even if from the beginning that lyric was dissing her, say that is true. If you're Nicki Minaj, that you don't have to respond.
No.
You really don't.
No, Nicki looks crazy.
So
that whole Young Money camp is cooked, bro.
It's super cooked.
Nicki's cooked, Drake's cooked.
Wayne's cooked.
Tyga's a streamer.
I think they're all just getting old.
But you
How
can
old are
age,
they?
you can
Like
age,
almost 40?
Yeah, they
But, like,
all,
you can't
Nicki's
use
almost
that-
50.
you can't use that as an excuse. You can age gracefully.
Yeah, you can age gracefully.
You can age gracefully. They're not.
I think it's hard to.
Look at Jay-Z.
I'm not saying that that nigga has more money. That nigga has all the money he needs to age as gracefully as possible.
And they had all the
that nigga could reverse time if
every
he wanted
single
to.
one of those artists had the opportunity to do the same thing.
No, they did not.
They did. Of course.
No, they did
1,000%.
not. They
bro.
were signed to Birdman.
You're saying
they were all signed to somebody else.
You're saying
Jay-Z
Drake doesn't
was-
have the opportunity to do the same thing that Jay-Z's doing currently?
No, Drake was signed to other niggas. Jay-Z was not signed to another nigga.
Yo, but just because you don't have as much money doesn't mean you can't age gracefully.
I think that money makes it a lot easier to.
I don't know. I think a lot of I think most legends have aged pretty gracefully. Honestly, I think the ratio. I do.
I look at this like sports a lot.
Yeah.
When you the man in basketball, football, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
it's literally like Carmelo has a segment on his show called like the Nasty Jersey Awards. Just like when you see old niggas who are past their prime going to teams that they know they don't have no business going to, and now like you look crazy because why the fuck is Vince Carter in a fucking Atlanta Hawks jersey?
Yeah.
That don't even look right. That don't make sense. I think it's really, really hard for people who at one point were the man, were at the pinnacle of whatever they were doing, to now accept that they don't have it like that anymore.
Wait, I'm so confused on your statement. Was Jay-Z not signed to Def Jam?
No, Jay-Z, I think Jay-Z started his own shit.
Jay-Z,
Nah.
I think when Jay-Z signed, they also let him be the president of
Yeah,
Def Jam.
like Def Jam.
He was the president for a while.
Jay-Z
Yes, he
was-
was.
Def-
But
Jay-Z's
he didn't
always
start
been
as the
running
president
shit.
of Def Jam, though.
Jay-Z has always been in control, and then Rock Nation, once that started, he was not signed to
Oh,
anybody.
1,000%.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, this is what I'm saying, is that you're saying that Drake was signed to Cash Money, Young Money, Birdman, whatever.
Birdman and Wayne.
I'm saying that Jay-Z, even though, yes, he was the president at one point and he went on to do all these business ventures, I'm saying these other artists, he was also signed.
Yes.
So it's not like he didn't have people taking money out of his pocket. I feel like Drake specifically
Yeah.
has so many businesses, so many accolades, so many connections and resources. He has had the same opportunity to do the same thing that Jay-Z
Look at
does.
Drake's
He just went
label
the different. He just went a different way.
Jay-Z's- Look at Drake's label versus Jay-Z's labels.
Bro, you're not
He
gonna
has
sit
the
here.
best. He has some of the best writers in the game.
You are
on
not
that
gonna
label.
sit here and tell me
He-
that Drake.
Is that not true?
Yo,
bro.
yo,
I'm not
Maz,
gonna
Maz,
argue Rock Nation.
You're not gonna sit here and tell me that Drake, Lil Wayne, and Nicki Minaj are too broke to age gracefully.
No.
You're not gonna tell me they're not
No.
rich enough.
I agree.
To
I
like,
just don't think that they're on the same level of wealth.
Sure,
and
as Jay-Z,
businessman.
yeah, sure.
And that's what I'm saying too.
So let's talk about Nas.
No,
Let's
no,
talk
no,
about
no.
3 Stacks. Let's talk about the other legends that age gracefully.
Yes.
Let's talk
yes.
about Questlove,
Let's talk
Q-Tip,
about
anyone you want.
What is Nas doing right now?
Making
Nas
music.
is super big into crypto. Nas is a really astute businessman.
Okay.
Nas has moved past being a rapper. I think Nas enjoys rapping still.
Yeah.
So we'll deliver you a verse or anything like that. But I don't think
Or
Nas
like 4
is-
albums in the last 5 years.
When was the last time he dropped an album?
2 years ago was Magic 2.
This nigga is not doing shit frequently like how Drake is doing shit. He's not trying to be in the zeitgeist. When he's motivated, I feel you. But Jay-Z...
I think Nas has more albums than Drake in the last 5 years.
Okay.
More award nominations.
But does he have more? He has more albums than Drake in the last 4 years. Nas.
In the last 5 years.
In the last 5 years, Nas has more albums than Drake. That don't make no sense, Spencer. Come on,
well, let's fact check. I don't have my phone.
All right, bro.
But wait,
whatever.
no,
The
wait.
whole crux of what I'm trying to say is this. The crux of what I'm trying to say is this.
Okay,
though.
go ahead. But can I add after you?
Yeah, sure. These niggas like Nicki and Drake and Wayne still want to be artists, still want to go on the tours, still want to be talked about as rappers, as musicians. Jay-Z is a businessman. I think that's why he's not chasing the spotlight. He's not tweeting. He's not doing all this shit to stay relevant. These niggas like Drake, Nicki, and Wayne are trying to be relevant in the rap music game.
And that's the problem.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You can't
Point
never
blank
try to
period.
be relevant.
And I was actually gonna like add to your point and agree with you, because the more I think about Drake, again, I'm not in his pockets. I don't know everything about his businesses, but when it comes to his record deals and when it comes to the stake stuff, it does feel like Drake is very comfortable being signed in like large deals that he has to pay off and like do things to pay off.
Obligations.
Like, obligations. Like we see with Stake, right? We don't know what the ins and outs of that are. Obviously, he's getting a lot of money, but it does seem like he has mad obligations to post them, do streams with Aiden Ross, like a whole bunch of different shit that doesn't necessarily seem like it's of his own will, if that makes sense.
100%.
It's like obligations he has to do. Same with the music, right? He has to drop a certain amount of albums.
Yes.
So I agree with you. It does seem like he's more reliant when it comes to his business, whereas Jay-Z has always been more ownership driven. I can do more research if I'm wrong, but that's what it seems like from an outside perspective.
I'm just counting the Nas albums. Just before.
Yeah, how many? How many he did in the last 5 years since 2020?
There's been 3 Magics and there's been 3
King's Disease?
Yeah, so 6. Drake since 2020.
Some Sexy Songs for You. For All the Dogs. Certified. Her Loss. Honestly, Nevermind.
Dark Lane demo tapes. Certified Lover Boy. Honestly, Nevermind.
It's tied.
Her Loss. For All the Dogs. Some Sexy Songs for You.
It's tied. And half of Drake's are collab albums. Nas's are all solo albums. Nas has more albums.
No. Factually, no.
Factually, yes.
Factually, no.
Solo albums. Solo albums.
No. You can't add it. You said Drake and Nas have. You said Drake has put out less albums than Nas in the last 5 years.
Yeah, and you laughed at me. You laughed at me and looked at me like I was stupid. They put out the same amount. But if we want to talk about it, Drake, out of those 6 projects, Her Loss,
because you're trying to make an argument.
Are collab
you're
albums.
trying to make an argument
Dark
you
Lane
don't
demo
believe
tapes is a
in.
mixtape.
You're trying to make an argument you don't believe in.
What do you mean?
Nas does not care about putting out as much music or trying to be as relevant in the music game as Drake since 2020. I get that Nas has put out albums, but it is not with the same want to still get. Drake is getting Cash Cobain features, and Tizo touchdown features. He gives a fuck about the youth still listening to his music. Nas is making shit with old niggas, bro. And Nas don't give a fuck who's playing his shit.
Yeah, and I think that is Drake's problem. Because Nas is over here amassing streams, making money, and winning Grammys.
I'm on the same page as you. That's what I was trying to say. But regardless, we're on Nicki SZA. Nicki, I feel bad for because I think that she is a GOAT. I think that she never should have to be fighting for her life, looking crazy on the internet. I think that she's way, way, way past that. But I do also think she doesn't know what the next step is for her. Yeah. Like, what if you're Nicki Minaj, where do you go next?
Yeah, I mean, I think I agree with you on Nicki's the GOAT, respect to her, but I don't necessarily feel bad for somebody that is doing this to themselves. You see what I'm saying? Like, if this all stems from her every single time.
Yeah.
And so I would love to see her age gracefully. Like, I don't know what that looks like anymore, but is there still time?
You know, it'd be nasty.
I love the shit that I love the MacWap stream. I love the whole stream that he used to just air her out, and he's like, "Yo, like, shouldn't you be doing like 444? Like, why are you tweeting at the WAP?" And I was like, "Yo, that was some of the funniest content I've seen in so long."
Nah, shout out Mac, that was funny. Get well soon, Nicki SZA, keep winning.